The bonds of brotherhood in professional sports have always fascinated me. Throughout history, we've seen siblings push each other to greatness, from the Manning brothers in football to the Williams sisters in tennis. There's something uniquely powerful about that shared DNA, that childhood competition that forges elite athletes. When siblings reach the highest level of their sport simultaneously, it creates these incredible storylines that transcend the game itself. I've been thinking lately about loyalty in modern sports, how it's evolved, and what it truly means in today's professional landscape. The days of players spending their entire careers with one franchise are increasingly rare. Athletes now balance personal connections, championship aspirations, financial security, and yes, even family ties when making career-defining decisions. It's a complex calculation that fans sometimes struggle to appreciate fully. In a stunning revelation that has sent shockwaves through the Vancouver hockey community, Canucks president of hockey operations Jim Rutherford has essentially confirmed that the New Jersey Devils possess a significant advantage in upcoming contract negotiations with star defenseman Quinn Hughes, an advantage that money alone cannot overcome. During his end-of-season press conference following Vancouver's disappointing 2024-25 campaign, Rutherford acknowledged what many had speculated, but few dared to voice publicly. Quinn Hughes' desire to play alongside his brothers Jack and Luke, both currently members of the New Jersey Devils, could ultimately determine his future with the Canucks organization. It may not boil down to money with him, Rutherford candidly admitted. He has said before he wants to play with his brothers. That would be partly out of our control. In our control if we brought his brothers here. This bombshell admission comes at a particularly vulnerable moment for the Canucks franchise, which is reeling after a disastrous season that saw them miss the playoffs just 1 year removed from capturing the Pacific Division title. The team has already traded away star forward JT Miller amid growing dysfunction and faces the potential departure of Brock Boeser in free agency this summer. Quinn Hughes, the team's captain and reigning Norris Trophy winner as the NHL's best defenseman, represents the lone bright spot in Vancouver's increasingly bleak outlook. His potential departure would be nothing short of catastrophic for a franchise desperately seeking stability and direction after their precipitous fall from contention. Rutherford's comments reveal the perilous position Vancouver finds itself in as the executive acknowledged that retaining Hughes might require the nearly impossible task of acquiring both of his brothers from New Jersey. Luke Hughes, a promising young defenseman, will be a restricted free agent after this season, meaning the Devils control his rights. More problematically, Jack Hughes, considered one of the NHL's premier young centers, remains under contract with New Jersey for 5 more seasons on an 8-year, $64 million deal signed in 2021. The logistical challenges of reuniting the Hughes brothers in Vancouver appear nearly insurmountable. As a restricted free agent, Luke Hughes remains under New Jersey's control, with the Devils holding matching rights on any offer sheet. Meanwhile, acquiring Jack Hughes would require a trade package that the asset-depleted Canucks simply cannot compile, especially considering New Jersey views the 22-year-old center as the cornerstone of their franchise moving forward. To put it simply, the odds of the Canucks getting one, let alone both Hughes brothers to join Quinn barring something unforeseen, are practically zero, noted one NHL insider familiar with the situation. The Devils have positioned themselves perfectly here, whether intentionally or not. The timing could not be worse for Vancouver, as Quinn Hughes has emerged as one of the NHL's elite defensemen. The 24-year-old blue liner captured the Norris Trophy following a remarkable season that showcased his exceptional skating, playmaking ability, and vastly improved defensive acumen. Losing a player of his caliber would not only devastate the Canucks on the ice, but would represent a symbolic catastrophe for a franchise already struggling to maintain fan confidence. Hughes' potential preference to join his brothers in New Jersey becomes even more concerning for Vancouver when considering the Devils' trajectory as a franchise. With a young core featuring both Jack and Luke Hughes, Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt, and Simon Nemec, New Jersey appears better positioned for long-term success than the Canucks, who face significant roster questions and limited cap flexibility. Moving forward, Rutherford attempted to project confidence despite the challenging circumstances, emphasizing that the organization cannot afford to lose a player of Quinn's caliber. However, his acknowledgement of the family dynamics at play revealed the limited leverage Vancouver possesses in negotiations. If Hughes prioritizes playing with his brothers, above financial considerations or organizational loyalty. The unique situation highlights the growing importance of personal factors in player movement across professional sports. While financial offers and competitive opportunities have traditionally driven free agency decisions, family connections increasingly influence star players' choices about where to ply their trade. The Hughes brothers have been open about their desire to play together since entering the league, with Quinn himself acknowledging in previous interviews that uniting with Jack and Luke remains a career aspiration. For Devils fans, Rutherford's comments represent an unexpected windfall of optimism. The possibility of adding a Norris Trophy-winning defenseman to a blue line that already features the talented Luke Hughes would instantly elevate New Jersey's defense corps to among the league's elite. Pairing that defensive improvement with Jack Hughes' offensive brilliance could position the Devils as legitimate Stanley Cup contenders for years to come. Hockey analysts have been quick to speculate about the timeline for a potential Hughes reunion in New Jersey. While Quinn remains under contract with Vancouver for the upcoming season, his unrestricted free agency looms as a critical inflection point for both franchises. The Canucks face immense pressure to either extend their captain long-term or consider trading him rather than risk losing him for nothing, a scenario that seems increasingly plausible following Rutherford's remarks. For Vancouver's desperate fan base, already reeling from the team's collapse this season, the prospect of losing their captain and best player represents a worst-case scenario. After years of rebuilding and the brief promise shown during their division-winning campaign, the potential departure of Hughes would force another painful reset for a franchise that has yet to capture a Stanley Cup in its 54-year history. This situation unfolds in the coming months. All eyes will be on Vancouver's management team to see what creative solutions they might propose to retain their franchise defenseman. Whether through unprecedented contract offers, organizational restructuring, or the unlikely acquisition of at least one Hughes brother, the Canucks face a defining challenge that will shape their competitive outlook for years to come. What do you think about Quinn Hughes potentially leaving Vancouver to join his brothers in New Jersey? Does family connection trump team loyalty in professional sports? I'm especially curious to hear your thoughts on whether the Canucks should consider trading Hughes now, rather than potentially losing him for nothing in free agency. Drop your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more breaking hockey news. This Hughes situation could become one of the most fascinating family-driven storylines we've seen in the NHL, and I'll be tracking every development as it unfolds. The bond between brothers might just reshape two franchises and alter the competitive balance in the league for years to come. Until next time, keep your hockey passion burning. The offseason drama is just beginning.